Alright, what up guys? What up, what up? It's Big Daddy. Another edition of Big Daddy Customs Custom Shop. Now that the autism awareness build is done, the contest is over, the stress is relieved, I'm back in the shop and giving some attention to some of these cars that need it. So first up is my 55 Pro Sportsman. Some of you guys, my previous subscribers, already know this car. All you new guys, this car has been in the works for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months now. Took a couple months off for the autism awareness build, and now I'm gonna get back into it. So you know, it's gonna be cool. It's going to be a custom kit. It's not going to be built box stock at all. I've done a lot to this car already, which you can't really see yet. But let me go ahead and show you some of the custom parts that I've got, and then I'll break the car apart and show you the chassis and all that other good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, here we've got, miscellaneous parts. This is my dash, and you can see actually kind of see the seam line there, which I am going to fix, but it has been scratch built, well, not scratch built, but extended by me. I do need to sand that down a little bit so it doesn't look so rough, but I have a couple holes here for attack, and here is the tack. It has, I did scratch this up, scratch built this. It's got the red, the power and the hot, and it's got the speed or the RPM cable on it as well. So I do have to have a few details done with that, but for the most part it's done. Scratch built steering column with the ignition switch on this side and the turn signal lever on this side. Turn signal lever is used, I used a straight pin and a little bit of black wire, and the red right there against the column is actually just built up paint. Put on a little bit of paint, let it dry, put on another layer of paint, let it dry, and I did that 3 times, I think, to get that effect. These are resin seats from Scale Dreams. These are the Recaro, I guess, luxury series, I guess. The XLs, I believe. I kind of wanted to be sporty, but luxurious at the same time. Scratch built cage. As you guys can see, the forward bars snapped off, so I have to redo those. But that is the sport cage I'm going to use for it. I have my dry sump oil tank, the rear triangulation bar, amp for the sub, aluminum drive shaft, pedals. I believe that's just a vent for the oil system. I'm not 100% sure on that. But this is the color of the felt that I'm going to use for carpet. It's going to be inside the car, and it's going to be in the trunk as well. So yeah, let me go ahead and break this car apart and show you what's going on here. Here's the motor, some of the motor anyway. Oop. Forgot I gotta open the doors first to get this body off. Oh, come on, baby. There we go. Okay. As you can see, the door's open. And that was actually my first, this is actually the first hinge job I ever did on a car. And it came out really well, as a matter of fact, if I do say so myself. And trunk opens as well. So that's that. This is going to be my trunk setup here. Fuel cell on the left. The battery section in the middle and then my NOS tank on the right. That wire right there was actually molded when I got the kit. It was molded white. Cut it out and used a piece of black wire sheathing and drilled a hole, put the sheathing in there, and then ran the wire into it so it kind of looks like a grommet or whatever. So that's going to be in the trunk, which I still have to make, by the way. I had to, because of the way the car sits, I had to cut out the rear trunk section, and it's going to be a flat trunk. So it'll, I'll be able to fit all this stuff in there nicely and neatly. As you saw, there is going to be a sub in it, one single sub. I did unfortunately use the sub that was going to be used for this in the Autism Awareness Cadillac over there on the shelf. So I'm going to either buy another one, find another one, or maybe make one. There's a couple different ways to make them. I've heard people use Burger King coffee cups, so I might give that a whirl. The rear end, I did scratch up the wheelie bars with aluminum rod. I can't remember what diameter it is, but it's hollowed aluminum tubing. I did make a proportioning valve there out of styrene, and that still needs to be painted and detailed and all that. But here's the coup de grace of this build, has been the motor. I've wired almost everything that I could wire. I wired the fan, wired the front brakes. I wired I plumbed the oil pan for the dry sump oil system. I wired the alternator. I wired in a digital ignition box right there with a standalone fuel management ECU and ECU combo right there. As you can see, all the wires run into that black harness right there that runs into the box. And I think that's about it, really. I did a little bit of paint detail underneath, and the steel braid is the fuel line. It's going to run to the fuel cell and back. So, all in all, it's been a really long build, but it's been a really cool build, and I've been really enthusiastic about getting back into this build and finishing this car. A lot of people I know are stoked about getting this car done, and as well am I. I've been working diligently to, perfect my skills, and there's actually a couple things in this car that I wish I could go back and redo, but unfortunately, when you use the MaxiCure glue, it's like super glue, you don't want to, try and tear it apart after that. You're just going to break stuff, and nobody wants that. So what's done now is done. I'm going to leave it that way, and I'm just going to kind of put my new personal touch on everything else. So yeah, I think that's it, really. You guys saw that I have more cars waiting to be done, and my 454S Escalade, that's going to be a fun build. I'm going to do scratch-built coilovers for that, and I'm going to try doing working coilovers just like I did the Caddy, but working coilovers, and this truck's going to sit probably about that high, so it's going to be able to, I could pose it, I'll be able to sit it up on a rock or something like that. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. And so yeah, that's going to be one of my next builds. And the molded rear fenders there, that was all thanks to Redneck7381. So if y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. And I just want to give a big shout out to all my subscribers, all the guys that have stuck with me through this whole thing, that have followed my channel this whole time, year and a half, 2 years, whatever it's been. And I want to give a shout out to all the You know, some of you guys do some really cool stuff, and I've always kind of second guessed my work, so I need more critics out there, I guess. So make sure you comment, rate, subscribe this video to this channel. I could use the motivation, and I'll motivate you, promise. So anyway, yeah, this is me signing off. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Scale Auto Customizer and John Klein for putting on that caddy, the autism awareness build. I had a lot of fun, guys. It was great, and a lot of people like the car, man. So I'm getting nothing but good feedback from it here and on YouTube. You know, you guys that come over the house and visit are like, whoa, what the hell is that? So, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, I talked to about it, and, you know, was saying that we did it for autism awareness and all that, and they're like, oh, really? That's cool, blah, 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 blah. It's really nice. So you guys did a good thing, so I want to thank you again for that. Anyway, now I'm blabbering, so I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'll just leave you with a small dose of what stash I do have so far. Alright? You guys take it easy. Big Daddy Customs, out. Unbuilt. In the progress. New stuff. My new workstation. Now it's semi-clean. Semi-clean. So anyway, alright guys. Peace.